Have you ever had a moment where something in you didn't feel quite right, but you ignored it and then later thought, I knew this episode shows you what it looks like to stay with yourself in those moments instead of leaving? What you're about to hear is a real coaching session so you can experience it for yourself. And you can give your brain a bit of a break on this one. I know, it's a big ask. Just notice what happens in you. See you in the episode. Welcome to the See It, Be It podcast, a place for you to come home to yourself, to see yourself more clearly, and be who you are more intentionally. I'm your host, Kirsten McKinnon. This episode is a little different. What you're about to hear is a real coaching session. No scripts, no perfect answers. Just what actually happens when someone stays with themselves instead of turning away in the moments that feel hardest. That turning away is what I call abandoning yourself. And as you listen, I want you to notice something, not just what's being said, but what's happening in you. Maybe you notice a little bit of tension somewhere, or a sense of relief, or even the urge to check your phone. This kind of work isn't something you figure out in your head. It's something your body experiences. And your body usually knows you're leaving yourself long before your mind admits it. We don't lose ourselves all at once. We leave ourselves in small, everyday ways, saying yes when we mean no, pouring another glass of wine, scrolling instead of sitting with what we feel, staying quiet when something actually matters to us. This is what it looks like to stop that. In the last 2 episodes, we talked about the fear of being seen and what it takes to stay with yourself, especially in love. This episode is what that actually looks like when you're in it, when something in you feels activated and you don't override it. You don't explain it away. You stay. And underneath this conversation is something I hear all the time. The deep desire to be in a relationship and the fear of becoming someone you're not, just to keep the relationship, or not trusting yourself to handle what happens if it doesn't work out, or to walk away if it stops feeling right. As you listen, just notice where you might usually move away from yourself. Maybe by distracting, overthinking, or talking yourself out of what you feel. And maybe notice what happens when you don't. Let's go in.
This is a See It, Be It conversation, part of the self-abandonment series, where I'm speaking with Abby. And we're going to talk about whatever Abby wants to talk about in terms of where she might be having a hard time staying true to herself in a particular situation or decision. We'll just see what we can explore here to help Abby see new possibilities that will help her be more of who she already is. and help her to live a more fulfilling life. So thanks for being here today, Abby.
It's my pleasure to be here.
So when I say self-abandonment, what does that term mean to you?
Well, first off, I have to tell you that I feel it in my body. And it feels like I'm disconnected from my true, authentic self. And that I have been drawn away from who I authentically am. And it feels unnatural.
Yeah, and you said you feel this unnaturalness in your body somewhere. Can you tell me more about where you feel this unnatural disconnection?
Well, I feel it in my throat. I feel it in my chest. And it feels uncomfortable. Yeah. And there's part of me that also feels angry about it. There's some anger in there about how I have allowed myself to be taken away from my true self in relationships.
Yeah. Any particular relationships that come to mind?
Well, what I want is, as I go into a new relationship, I would like to leave some old behaviors behind so that I can be fully open to welcome in something new.
Yeah. To welcome in a new partner in terms of a romantic partner. That's the kind of relationship you're talking about.
Yes. And if that so happens, that is wonderful. And if it doesn't, I'm okay. But either way, I'd like to really be most in touch with who I authentically am.
And so your chest and your throat seem to be communicating something to you around this. And you talked about a feeling of anger. Can you tell me more about where the anger resides in your chest and throat? Or I'm assuming that's what you were noticing, the anger is in those places?
Yeah, it feels like there's a dragon in my throat that,
Oh,
just,
dragon.
yeah, just a fire breathing dragon.
I'm going to pause here for a moment because something really important just happened. She didn't analyze what she was feeling. She let her body speak, and it gave her an image, a dragon. Of course, a dragon, because when something inside you has been pushed down, ignored, or not allowed to exist, it doesn't stay quiet. It builds. It gets louder, hotter, more intense, and it gets creative. So when that energy finally shows itself, it often looks something like this, like a dragon. The fiery, intense parts of you, like her dragon, the ones you've learned to quiet down or hide because they feel like too much, these are often the parts that haven't felt safe to exist. And if this kind of awareness is new for you, you might not see something like a dragon right away. You might just notice a sensation or a tightness or something that's harder to name. That's okay. This is something that builds with practice. Each time you slow down, each time you stay, you start to notice more. And over time, something just might begin to show itself.
Dragon that just, I'm kind of throwing my hands up in the air because I don't know, like wants to be heard, wants to be seen. And I would like to extinguish the flame and just be a happy dragon.
Yeah, so this is an angry dragon, an angry fire-breathing dragon that lives in your throat.
I don't know if angry is the right term for it.
Okay.
Just a lot of high energy, which is not part of my natural self, to be high energy. My natural self is more quiet and reserved.
Yeah, so this dragon does not feel like a natural part of you.
No. I'm trying to imagine if I quietened the dragon, would there be a different animal that would represent my authentic self? And I don't know what that would be. Maybe it still is a dragon, just a very calm, loving dragon, because there is really both parts in who we are.
You're rubbing your eyes right now. What's that about?
Well, I've been sitting with my eyes closed. Maybe it just blocks out more of the light to allow me to stay more within.
Okay. You are welcome to sit however you like to sit. Eyes closed, hands over your eyes.
Thank you.
All of it. Yeah, it's just perfect the way it is. And now you're smiling. What's the smile?
Just feeling a little lighter.
Where's the dragon?
Gone to sleep.
Oh. What does it look like when it's sleeping?
Rather adorable, actually. Kind of sweet.
Is it all curled up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His tail is all curled up.
Yeah. Its tail's all curled up. What color is it?
Green. Mm-hmm. And he's very peaceful.
What else can you tell me about him?
Well, it's an energy that I much more resonate with.
The sleeping dragon as opposed to the fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah. It's like the dragon feels heard or seen or something. Even my chest feels a little lighter. Mm-hmm. I could just go curl up and sleep.
Yeah. So how did this happen? This whole moment of the dragon going from fire to sleep?
I think because the dragon felt heard and seen and safe. Safety is important.
What is safety?
Well, the dragon feels safe. I see the dragon outside a castle by the moat.
Mm-hmm.
And just protective but relaxed. So the dragon feels like he's always had to be on guard, and now he does not. It's very much welcomed to just relax and feel safe.
So it sounds like the fact you saw the fire and felt it in your chest and throat, even though it felt unnatural and high energy, different from what you feel is natural, it seems that by just spending a moment with that, got you to the place of feeling lighter, as you said, and then got the dragon to rest.
Yeah.
Helped it to feel safe.
Yes. And if I wanted to go and curl up with a dragon, he would wrap his tail around me. And then we could both rest without fear.
Yes. So why don't you just do that for a moment? Let's just curl up next to that dragon for a moment. Get yourself nice and comfy and tell me how you feel when you get there.
I am a little afraid of doing it.
You're afraid of what, would you say? What is it you're doing?
I guess it's just new, unfamiliar. There's a history of not always feeling safe.
Yeah.
This is the part most of us skip because staying with yourself is wildly inconvenient. It's much easier to check your phone open another tab on your computer, or suddenly feel like doing your taxes would be a much better use of your time. We get really good at finding ways to move away from ourselves, to distract, to override, to talk ourselves out of what we're actually feeling. And over time, that starts to feel normal. But what you're hearing here is what it looks like when someone doesn't do that, when they stay.
So, how are you feeling right now in terms of safe? If we were to assign a sense of safety, a certain score, a safety score, 10 being completely safe and 0 being completely unsafe, what score would you choose?
Probably about a 7.
A 7. Okay.
I'm going to try going a little closer to the dragon.
Okay.
And he opens one eye and he sees me and he sort of uncurls his tail a little bit so that I have a way to come in. And so I do go in, and then he closes his tail around me and it feels more safe. It's increasing. It's almost like I can see a thermostat or something, a gauge, and it's going 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I just fall asleep. I like this.
Yeah.
It's a good visual to have.
Yeah. Stepping toward the dragon, letting the dragon see you with one eye, letting it welcome you into its safe, presumably warm place, the tail around you.
Yes.
I want to acknowledge that just by taking that step toward the dragon, even though you were feeling a little unsafe, you still chose to step toward this thing that felt unsafe, and that's where you found safety. You went from a 7 to a 10.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yes.
What just happened here matters because her body just had a new experience. She moved towards something that felt unsafe and found safety there. And when that happens, your system starts to learn that maybe this isn't something I need to avoid anymore. And over time, that starts to build trust, not just in the moment, but in yourself. So the next time something feels uncomfortable, you're a little more likely to stay instead of leaving yourself the way you might have before. And that's how this all begins to change. Not just how you feel, but how you move through your life.
And how is your body responding? How does your body feel?
Very calm and relaxed.
I'd like to invite you to just do a nice gentle scan of your body.
If you want to try this yourself, start here. Think of something you're struggling with right now. Something that feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Notice what emotion is there. You don't have to name it perfectly. Just notice that something is there. And then ask, where do I feel that in my body? You might feel it in your chest, your throat, your stomach, or somewhere else. And then see if you can stay there for just a moment without trying to fix it, without trying to change it, without trying to make it go away. This might feel unfamiliar or even a little uncomfortable at first, that's okay. This is the part that most people skip. It's also the part where things start to change. And that's where this begins.
So start at the top of your head and just notice the sensations. You might notice temperature.
I feel a slight pulsing in my left arm,
Pulsating in your left arm.
the lower half of my right arm as well. A calm awakening. You know, when you just wake from a nice sleep and you stretch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And my legs feel heavy and warm. It's okay to feel afraid or nervous or apprehensive. But this was also an experience of just trusting, and that was really quite beautiful.
I can see you settling into it even more. There's this shifting in your body that just sort of like sank a little bit more. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
It's quite a deep space. So your legs feel heavy. Your arms in the lower half have a pulsating, you said.
Yeah.
Is there a certain rhythm to the pulsating?
No.
Is it slow or fast or steady?
It's just calm.
Just calm. Do you see any colors?
No, but it's just very deep.
Yes.
Maybe a dark purple.
A dark purple. So a dark purple both in your legs and arms?
No, just in front of me.
Okay, just in front of you. A dark purple space.
Yeah, it's just dark purple in the midst of the black.
In the midst of black, that you said? Okay. So we're in a black space. There's dark purple in front of you.
Yes.
Is there a shape to this?
No, I can't see where the purple ends and the black begins. It's very gradual, very natural.
It's natural for the black and the purple to be together.
Yeah, they coexist.
They coexist. Okay. And what is this space?
Infinity.
Infinity. Tell me more about infinity. What else is there?
It has the depth of trillions of miles.
And now something else is happening. This isn't just about calming yourself anymore. This is what it can feel like when you're no longer confined to the version of yourself that's been holding it all together. There's more space here, more room to breathe, more room to feel, more room to be. Just notice what that feels like without trying to figure it out, without needing to explain it. Just noticing. This is where something begins to change, not by forcing it, but by allowing something new to exist.
As expansive as many lifetimes would show.
Truly endless.
Yeah.
And what are you experiencing in this space? This infinite, deep purple and black space.
I keep dropping really deep. Then your voice kind of brings me back. Where there's just a depth and a peaceful, weightless, beautiful place.
It's a big sigh.
Yeah. I want to come back up.
So there's like a downward motion in this space. A sinking down.
Yeah, but I want to come back up.
You want to go back up. Okay. Now you're back up and eyes are open.
Yeah. That was very cool. I feel very calm and relaxed, and wow, the monkey that's always chattering is off eating a banana somewhere. It's just this moment, that's all that exists.
Ooh, that was a beautiful experience to witness.
It's a beautiful experience to experience. Very grounding, comfortable.
Ooh. Are you going back there now with your eyes closed, or where are you now?
I'm just enjoying the peace of this place.
What is the peace of this place? What is it made of?
I don't know.
Right now your head is sort of moving, like a gentle swaying of sorts.
Just what I felt like doing. I think it was actually rather involuntary.
You're letting your body lead a little bit.
Yes.
Where are you now? What do you see?
Just the things are coming back now, so I'm just starting to see little flashes of different parts of my life.
What are the flashes?
Sitting under a tree in a forest, a shopping cart. When my kids were little. Sound of water running. Butterflies. And soup. Warm soup. Nurturing, warm soup.
Yeah. You know, if I may share, you've actually helped me to see how I was experiencing the deep purple black. I felt it sort of not washing like water over me, because it was more like soup. It was a little thicker in my experience as I was with you.
Yeah.
What was it like for you? Did you feel a sensation in the space?
Very light.
Yes.
And almost like, but not the same as floating in space.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now that you've had this experience of this space, would you like to be able to go there again?
Yeah, that was probably one of the most peaceful moments I've had in a long time.
Congratulations on taking yourself there.
You were very good at this. I'm very grateful that you guided me through this. I do feel lighter. It feels like anything is possible from this place.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kirsten.
You're welcome. Anything is possible. Infinite space. How lovely.
Yes.
And if you were to describe how you got there?
Just following your gentle guidance.
I know from our other conversations that it's not always easy for you to access your body.
Yeah.
And from over here, that seemed to be the entry point. You started by listening to your body, finding sensations in your chest and your throat, turning toward the fire-breathing dragon, letting it be, and then allowing that rest, that safety. And then you turned toward your feelings of unsafety. It's not a word. You turned toward your feelings of not feeling safe to make yourself feel safe. Beautiful. I really want to commend you for the courage that you showed in these past few minutes.
I don't know that it was courage. It was just following your voice and just taking a rest in the midst of a busy day. I'm so glad you asked me to do this. I was hoping you would.
What were you hoping for?
I didn't know. I just know that you ask such deep, relevant, profound questions, and that it would take me to a place of greater knowing. And that's what it did.
And I appreciate and receive your kind words. And I couldn't do it without you. This was your process. Your process of finding safety within yourself.
Right.
That's huge for you. I know that.
Yes.
So I'd love to lock in this experience in some way so that it can be accessible to you. And what might be a way that you can ground yourself in this, that you can recreate it? What would feel good?
It's a great question. I think the purple black, if I just allow some of the purple in and just breathe into that space. Because I've gone back to that already a few
Yes.
times.
Yes. So seeing the purple black space and breathing into it.
Yes.
What's it like to inhale in this space? Do a nice deep breath with me right now. Just inhale all that purple black. Exhale.
Puts me right back into that place.
Yeah.
And now she has something she can return to before a date, before sending a message, before making a decision that feels uncertain. She can check in and ask, is the dragon awake? She can notice what's happening in her body and take a moment to stay with that. And from there, she can come back to that place where she feels safe in herself, not by avoiding what she feels, but by staying with it long enough for something to shift.
Thank you for that. That was really amazing.
And what can you do to bring yourself here again?
The purple black.
It's the purple black.
That's all I need.
That gets you to your body.
Yes. Brings me to a very calm place of infinity
Yes.
and beyond.
Infinity and beyond, yes. The beautiful purple black space of infinity.
Yes.
Okay. We'll wrap that up for now.
This is where identity changes. The way you relate to yourself becomes who you are. And when you can stay with yourself like this, even in discomfort, you start to trust yourself. Not that you'll never feel hurt, but that you won't abandon yourself when you do. And that changes everything, especially in love and anywhere in your life that feels uncertain or risky. If you've ever found yourself saying yes when something in you was saying no, or dismissing what you actually felt, or swallowing your words instead of expressing them, you might have left yourself in a moment when you needed yourself most. If you want to learn how to stay with yourself and stop abandoning yourself in those moments, I'm offering a free workshop on interrupting self-abandonment patterns. When you sign up, you will also get access to the replay. The link is in the show notes. This has been a See It, Be It conversation, a place to come home to yourself, one moment at a time. I'll see you in the next one.